Ahoy! It's louisity again, and for this video, I'm gonna be filming an original tag, something that I thought, why not share something about more of my identity? And as you folks know, I am Filipino, living in the Philippines, so I decided to create this tag, to kind of like share you a little bit more what it's like to be Filipino. So I'm doing the Filipino Cuisine Tag! Hurrah! So I decided to kind of like mix it up, like as always. Think about Filipino cuisine, different food products from the Philippines, and kind of like come up with bookish prompts. So, let's begin! Some people say that adobo is the national food, so kind of like, when you hear the Philippines and you talk about food, you can't help but think about adobo. Some people would call it adobo, but it's pronounced as adobo, kind of like more neutralized. And the prompt that I thought of would be an all-time favorite, okay? Now I do have a handful. I have some that are like 5-star reads or like 4.5, 4.75 that can pass this category. But one book that I'd like to rave more, and it's from a popular author, but I don't really hear much about this book, that I really enjoyed, it would be Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. Now this follows a story about like a woman who escaped the life with her ex, and from there she visits a new place with a new identity, and for some reason things didn't go as planned. Now I definitely would say that you read this book in order for you to understand what I mean. Durian, something that smells awful but tastes like heaven. Now the prompt that I thought for this one would be a book that you heard a lot of not so nice or not so sweet things or even negative things about, but you ended up enjoying it, okay? So this may go on with like writing style, like the plot development, character development, etc. And I'm gonna have to go with this one because I heard a lot of not so nice things about it, but I still dared myself to buy it and own and read it. That would be Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Cho. Now this follows a story about Penny, okay, who meets someone, okay, Sam, alright, and suddenly they become some sort of textmates, emergency contact buddies. So the story is being taken from there. Now it's definitely not a perfect book. At first it was a lot for me to get through as well. I have like a review of it which I can link down below, but overall I enjoy it. Like I tend to enjoy like YA contemporaries every now and then because it does kind of bring you out from the adulting scene, and it's great to read about college folks. So if you guys want to read books that are, not so climactic or intense in terms of how it is being presented, but like the situation itself is very emotional, then I definitely recommend for you to pick this up. Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Cho. Pastillas is what we call for like our own milk candies. Now they taste really good. It's one of the things that I crave a lot, and I'm gonna have to go for this one with like the sweet, fluffy, contemporary book. It could be, or even other genres that you can think of, but like a sweet, fluffy, light book. And there's a lot out there that I've read, but I'm gonna have to go for something that I don't usually hear in the bookish community, and that would be Coming Out by Danielle Steel. Now this follows the story of two women that are gonna come out as women, okay? Like they are girls and they're gonna come now as women because it's like they're about to have their debut, okay? And if you're thinking about if there's any kind of like coming out here, well, I highly suggest that you look for a copy and read this one to find out. lechon, something that people would say could be bad for your health because it has a lot of cholesterol, but people still enjoy it. So for this prompt, I thought about, a book that people perceive as problematic, but you still enjoyed it. And this one, it's not as much compared to other books that I've seen in BookTube, but I heard some people would classify as problematic, and that would be Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. And let me begin with the whole problematic aspect. A lot of people thought about like the stereotypes that this book, presented, not only being Asian. Some people even thought about how Filipinos were perceived here as like maids or domestic helpers. It was quite problematic for some, as well as the other one that they said here would be like Singapore in general, because Singapore, well, I actually went to Singapore, this year, and yes, there are different kinds of people, not only like Chinese, Singaporeans are all, so that's one thing that was raised by some folks, but nevertheless, I enjoyed it, I love it. I rave about the series, especially the last book, Rich People Problems, which I definitely recommend you folks to read. Sinigang is quite sour, so I thought about for this prompt, sour or awful characters. Sour. Yeah, some folks love them, and I'm gonna have to go with Warner from Shatter Me, because I just couldn't appreciate him. I don't know if I will appreciate him when I start reading Restore Me, but nah. No thank you, Warner. No thank you. I'm sorry for those folks that are like into Warner and Shatter Me, but me, nah, it's not working. No, oh wait, I don't need to read his story, like that story, okay? I'm not character attached, but that's just how it is. Kutsinta is another sweet dessert, however, it is quite sticky, so it's kind of like gooey and all. So I thought about a prompt for this one, like a sticky or slow yet sweet read. I'm gonna have to go with something that I read this year, which is Phil Ward's Book of the Month for the month of April, and that would be The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I have a review of it in my channel. It's new. Anyway, but for me, why I'm considering this for this prompt is that it was sweet, yet it could be quite dragging. So just watch my review to check out my full thoughts of it. Pinakbet is a Filipino dish that consists of like a mixture of vegetables. So, a lot of people say vegetables are healthy, they have a lot of nutrients, they have a lot of minerals. So I thought for this prompt, a book that has a lot of insights or some things that will make you reflect, kind of like getting into a textbook, but doesn't really feel that way. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to have to go with Ilustrado by Miguel Sujuco. Miguel Sujuco is a Filipino author. Now, there's just so many things in this book where you would learn more about the Filipino culture, the Filipino thinking, and how it roots back during the Spanish era, Spanish colonization. So I still haven't reread this book, and I do have plans of rereading it. Hopefully soon I would be able to. I'm going to be tagging the following folks, and hopefully you folks do this one. Gerald the Bookworm, Alex Black, Cuckoo For Books, Rachael Marie, Book Journey. There's a new jingle for you. Kathy Trithardt, and FunCHAstic Bookworm. But if you're watching this tag and you'd like to do this one, habam, consider yourself tagged in. So I hope you folks enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. Also, we'll be putting down the links in my social media handles, so feel free to check me out and follow me there as well. As always, Thank you super much for watching. Let us continue seeking for wisdom and unleash the reader in you. Bye y'all.